Hi, it's Leslie Meredith with Breakbulk Events and Media. I have another panelist from our IMO, What We Now Know session here in Dubai. I'd like to introduce Arne with Spliethoff. Welcome.
Oh, well, thank you.
All right, so as a company, you decided to go with scrubbers, outfit your fleet with scrubbers, which was a minority decision, I think, in the greater marketplace. How did you get there? What were the deciding factors that led you to the scrubber decision?
I think we had two major factors. That is risk management and environmental, the best solution for the environment. From a risk management, we knew quite well, because we already had about 5 years experience with scrubber installations, what the investment would be, what would be the challenges with the technology. So we could very well schedule ahead what would be the investment, what would be the costs, what would be. So we were very well aware of that and balanced that against the risk of low sulfur availability, low sulfur pricing, and one of our other main concerns was the compatibility of low sulfur fuels. If we have them on board, can we mix them? We know there are problems around, and they were predicted, but they also occurred in the last months. So we were that was an important one. And on the other hand, we still are convinced that in the intermediate phase we are in with shipping, scrubbers is the better solution. It has the least impact on CO2. It produces cleaner air than burning compliant fuels. And those, the combination of these facts made us decide in favor of scrubber installation. We were not the only one. I think there are about 50, 60 major companies out there who made the same decision as we did.
Excellent, because I know that there was some concern. We've certainly been talking about this topic here at Breakbulk for a number of years. There was initially some concern that there wouldn't be enough scrubbers, but clearly that wasn't a problem for you.
No, again there we had the advantage of being one of the early movers, so we had no problem we signed a scrubber contract already 1.5 years ahead, I think, of the first installation of 2020. So we had ample of preparation time, which makes a big difference.
Yeah, absolutely. So how does this affect the prices that you will need to charge?
Well, being compliant, you cannot put the burden of the environmental challenges we have only on the ship owner. So either you burn compliant fuel, you have a cost increase in your fuel cost, or you do an investment in your scrubber, and both have to be earned back. So there will be some extra cost in the freights or in the contracts to recover to cover these expenses.
Like what period of time would that? How long do you have to build that in to recoup your investment?
Well, that depends very much on what will in the end the spread be. We run various scenarios, so that can be that will be multiple years. It's very difficult to give a hard number on that one.
Are you concerned at all about the availability of high sulfur fuel?
Now, we are not really concerned about the availability. We were assured by the refineries that there will be, as long as there's demand, there will be supply. There are about 10% of the world fleet, but it's a much larger percentage of the larger vessels in the world fleet which run scrubbers, so the fuel demand will be higher. And apart from that, the land-based power stations, power generation, also uses high sulfur fuel and scrubber technology. So there will be a demand. How the price gap will work out in the future, that will be that's a tough question.
Okay, so as you look forward, look ahead this year and next, how does the project cargo market look from your seat?
I think we are on the edge of the market bottom out, so there will be we see a slight increase in the market. So more projects being decided on. There's more inquiries, and there's more inquiries further ahead in time, which means that this should mean that the market in general is improving.
Okay, and how about here in the Middle East?
I think that's difficult to the Middle East has had a number of projects. There are, but I think the new projects are limited. So it will mean there's a little bit of less larger projects in the Middle East.
So what areas of the world are most promising to you?
I think up to the moment you see onshore developments, especially in the US, East, West Coast, Africa, Australia. You see some new offshore developments, Arctic. So those are the regions where the majority of the projects is, or the major projects are arising.
Okay. Well, thank you so much. You gave us a lot of information to think about.
Okay, thank you. You're most welcome.